Hello everybody, I'm back here doing a requested reaction from a good handful of you, this King Astro Slikk the Magnificent, and this is a debut project, and I just dived into some random project, which I guess has like songs from other projects that are like sped up and whatever, so that was my first like introduction to him, and I initially was like, I really was like not fucking with it, and then when I came back to it, I was like, okay, you know, there's some things I can pick out from this, but you know, wasn't fully my cup of tea. But this may be the one, you know what I mean? I wasn't fully introduced to see what he was all about. So without further ado, let's fucking jump into this.
Astro, Slikk, I'm the motherfucking king. All the bad hoes wanna give a nigga brain.
I feel like I've heard this before, actually.
You ain't getting shit cause a nigga ain't lame. Just suck it so good that I said, oh wow. When a nigga bust, I told her swallow your child. Crackers on my dick, they love the rich, you gon' foul. Oh, so slick like the pussy inside.
Or imagine if you heard this on the radio station.
Rolling under there, so let me take you on a ride. Take you on a
Okay, yeah, this is a great song. I wonder if where I heard this from though. I have no clue. I see this cloud rap element too, like this really ambient swirling, but this like really nice R&B vibe that comes in with Ruben. Ooh. Take you on a ride. Okay, Mofukkin Kang. This is excellent, and I've heard this before. This must have been popular in some like medium, like on social media. Like on social media, I specifically feel. This isn't that old of a song too, but it must have been popular enough. And this is dope. This is dope. Like I said, I like the cloud rap elements that are sort of like hiding in the back. Like this could feel like it's a different, you know, like has that sort of like old hip hop, like with the R&B like funk vibe to it still, especially just with Ruben Slikk, I would say, like on his vocal front, because this is much more singing verses coming along here, and he steals the show on here too. This is a really catchy track. Yeah, I'll be excited to listen to this again. Oh, now it's like a vaporwave vibe here.
Be mad cause I took your bitch.
I liked that breaking in the sound there, got louder there.
Slick dick, make a bitch clit jump. Two hoes on the floor trying to make that clip bump. I ain't slipping, got the rubber on a motherfucking dick. For the bitch kicking down bankrolls at your dicks. Ash on the bitch, man, that's all a nigga know. I don't want no bitch when she don't wanna hoe.
Wow, he's got a really nice singing flow that he is bringing to the table here.
I'm so perceptive, you would never catch me with my eyes closed. Louis Prada taxes be hanging from my clothes. Ain't that bitch coming between me and my dough. With the shit, knock your bitch to extract the cream. Mad cause I took your bitch. Charges to the game.
And it brings you back to the chorus straight away again too. So this is a quick 2-minute track. So this is a little bit over 2 minutes actually, but chorus heavy. But it doesn't take you out of the song. I'd say it's all consistent vibe. Okay, don't be mad. This is quite an interesting track as well. This is one too that I think I'll like more on another listen, especially too because of the beat. I think that kickback in the beat, I think like that is sort of something that's really nice and repetitive to the extent that, yeah, coming back to it, and I'm gonna be like, oh. Lyrically, I'd say, or this one's just a little bit longer, so going back on the repetition of the lyrics, I find it's like, okay, there's not too much to find there, although I think that the first verse brings in enough of a context that's different than dropping in later. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm enjoying this, and that's just crazy to me. I mean, just from that first experience, this is very different. This is very different. Is this the magnum opus? All right, let's go. Ooh. Get some disco there.
Take your chances, marijuana branches packed in the dust.
Take your chances, marijuana branches. I kind of liked that. That's cool.
Haters on jock cause he pimpin', he pandas. All my niggas blunted on the hash and the cannabis sativa. Purple reefer, I'm intelligent like miracles teach us. Bust up in your yard, see a fucking weed bush. Pussy ass nigga, you can never see us. Cause we double G down with the Louis sneakers. A nigga
Ooh, what the heck? Like it kind of broke into a chorus there, but that was just like that. The fast flow comes in and kicks in for this another. Wow, kind of remind me of Kanye.
A nigga got white like some ashy ass music. If you ever wanna roll, you should holla at me. Shit, been your polywall work still jumping. Started smoking weed when I was just a little munchkin. A nigga got it, you just
I was a little munchkin.
Niggas, cause we double G down with the Louis sneakers.
Like, right, he has these bars and that small little drum, sort of like in a sample almost. It sounds like it carries that. Okay, there's gonna be no way, especially too, because the iTunes, the Apple Music, they didn't show lyrics for this song, but he was going really fast. There was no bars or nothing during that experience that stood out as like, it seems like he was really riding, and really on a flow angle, and that chorus-esque flow. This is really impressive, like rapping abilities, really impressive. That I wasn't obviously seen to the same extent on that one project. This is probably my favorite song so far, I'd say, even on a beat angle. But like I said, with that flow and then on that beat, like a pairing is always my favorite. Knowing that like he took that beat and he did something with it, knowing, yeah. This is great.
As I sit back staring at the ceiling, exploring God's mind, trying to achieve the feeling.
Kind of reminds me of Lil B.
Life surpassed dreaming, escaping strife and a life for high scheming. Dipping blacks in syrup, never bother to freak 'em. Candy in the cup, cause a nigga tries.
Wow, okay, I'm starting noticing too this like really nice synth. It's taken to different notes of a synth there, but it's in the back of that mix still. Like, I think it takes enough time for Slikk to rhyme.
I align for a sight with the signs.
I align for a sight with the signs. Wow, fuck, Slick's got bars.
Various Buddha and bad bitches, this gift was bestowed upon me in the womb. As an infant, I lay in my crib singing tunes.
As an infant, I lay in my crib singing tunes.
Cause once you make it in hindsight, when it's the other way around, you know you're blind, right?
You're blind, right? Other people aren't seeing things. Okay, and then it's like elevator-esque, like of a back out. Which is interesting because this is the first song too that's very, like, Slikk constantly feels conscious. You know what I mean? Like, even on a flow perspective. And the beat is in that mix, still sounds very nice, but lets him fucking do what he needs to do. I like his perspective of him like being in this position of like sensing things that other people aren't seeing, potentially in his life or in like the rap scene. I'm not sure if that's perspective too.
Black Joe, all black tee, rolling face, smoking clove, black cigarettes.
I've heard this hook before. I didn't think I was gonna jump into this album with anything sounding familiar.
That's what this pimpin' about.
Ooh, the hook reminds me of something from the early late 2000s, but this beat right is a much like later thing.
Boy, so body, coke rocked up, y'all niggas got powder. White like some damn clam chowder. Play like a bitch, pixel perfect shit. See me in HD and all y'all niggas look at it. My game is too legit, so nigga why not quit? No, I do not rob, but I know niggas who hit licks. Pimp gang sweet, so these haters so sour.
Ooh. With Xtra Xtra, like now this is making me realize like the quality of these songs, it's hard for me to like pinpoint or pick out which is which and like a ranking now. Like these are just all quite excellent. This one too, I feel is the hardest energy. Almost, barring the synths having a little bit more oomph to them. Kind of like Chief Keef energy in a way, like from Finally Rich, at least my only experience. This is excellent. Great chorus from like Poshstronaut. And yeah, Slikk has got some fast, impacting flows. He is constantly saying something that like sticks out for me. Let me see if I can find or pick at something out on the next track because he's just going.
3% that nigga, yeah, he be getting that low though. So niggas spitting these lyrics on this fucking song. Oh, I love smoking Kush, about that vape and that.
Even him saying long throat as like a thing like that, many rappers would try to be that creative and say that. So. And here's Lofty.
Distributing Sandy packs, X in my fanny pack. Yeah, I be a flying Mac. Yo, bitch don't know how to act. Every time I bring it back, it's all they hating on.
Okay, that Lofty's verse was okay, I guess. It was strange, but I don't think it had the same impact as Slikk has.
Told the fucking bitch, my dick be feeling fine. Where to say that twice?
What the fuck?
Ruben fucking Slikk, got the 5 cold sack.
Yeah, this is a strange one. I fucked with this heavy. On all accounts, beat, flow, Lofty not as much as everything else, but you know, we're vibing.
Boss player Mac, Dade County nigga, Astro smoking purple Kush, since familiar. I've been never Duchess and you know a nigga gookie. On the block, yeah, I'm chicken chooky. They catch a nosebleed, but I don't give a fuck. Straight player Mac, I'm slopping down the sacks. Y'all chicken ass niggas slopping down the cat. Gucci tennis shoes, Gucci hat to match. Gucci belt, double cheese on my backpack.
Okay, song starts, you know, talking about his like young drug life, and then it's just fashion in a quick flow.
Smoking on a sack of the purple fruit, and y'all niggas be fucking with the brown dude, and you feel it fucked up, looking like you stairs. We blowing on courage that Reggie's useless. Tongue in the pussy, nah, I don't do that. Line on the plate, yeah, I just blew that. Just do as I say, never ever do that. 3 hoes in the back of that doggone black Astro blast, so the asshole who that? Shitting on the square, oh yeah, I do that.
Okay, I wasn't fully picking up on the verse too much there. I do like that, like it's like this like sort of lounge jazz, but
Pradas look aquatic, my eyes are so hypnotic. The double G's
Pradas look aquatic.
I got it. Louis V shades on my face, outstanding. Import swag looking so outlandish.
Okay, this may be my least favorite track on here, but I still think this is quite good though, on a flow front and on a beat front as well. I just wasn't entirely understanding the verses here, but that may come on a second listen. I'll dive, you know.
It's Astro, Slikk, Kush ambassador, sexual harassing them. Hoes with the flows like dick in the abdomen. Fresh like I'm Will Smith, but I ain't on that Prince shit. King type nigga with them stones in them fins, bitch. Bright nigga, you a devil with. Nigga with a bitch you really sick and tired of dealing with. Niggas on that fickle shit, so she need a new breed. A boss smack nigga, flip the script like some new weed bomb. His shit prevailing over fuck shit. Money over bitches, got my thumb on Lady Luck's clit. Nigga, you can't fuck with the underground's greatest. Double G sneaks on my feet is the latest. Stuffing coke sacks in the crevice of your boobies. Nigga, I'm a G, a shooter, not a jet. 12 fucking headshots in the motherfucking clip. MIA, Kokio, China hoes on the dick. White hoes like those type of lines that I sip. Yes, I am fresh. Astro slip, yes, stay fresh to death.
Okay, this one's honestly a continuous vibe. Quick song, and I love everything that the instrumental is doing. And Slikk is, he's got a funny sort of like hard energy of like a like, you know, like his identity's like fuck y'all, I'm the best sort of shit. Yeah, that's cool. Interesting choice to come in though, rapping on a lower sound than that. Okay. I'm not sure if this beat is doing enough for me for this flow. Interesting course of the and that little click. European hash all in the hydro, put a lot of the tip, all shit that go. Oh, what you know about black bag? Flipping that twice just like flapjacks, all in the end like fully half flaps, break shit. I would say this is probably my least favorite track on here, but I still think this is quite cool though. I honestly do, and I know that this chorus will hit more when I come back to it, and there's a lot of technical ability here coming from Slikk, to be honest. Okay. Ooh. And that bass going really low.
I see the future when I look in your eyes. The type of shit your boyfriend really seem to despise. No brains, just a mouth overflowing with lies. Which enable me to shine, cause I'm turning the tide. You can trust me with your thoughts and your feelings inside. So you leap with the cleft in your cheek when you smile. I detect the dejection you get in the smile. I protect you, connect your feet back to the ground. I'ma take you as you are, at the same time change you. Only time can heal your scars, baby girl, just let me in. I'ma take you as you are, at the same time change you. Only time
this is a good
can
one.
heal your scars. Be ready when she hit me with that sex look, searching for some answers like the back of a text. She knew that it was meant to be, cause mentally she knew it. Her actions speaking louder than a Glock 40 shooting. I got
Like that Glock 40 shooting.
Girl, I'm on. Only time can heal your scars, baby girl, just let me in. Just let me in.
Oh yeah, this is a highlight on this album, I think.
Came in this bitch, serving major cocaine. Ballin', yeah, I'm ballin' out the frame.
Ballin' out the frame.
Got my Louis frames, got Louis V sneaks, and Dale match, man. Can't you tell that a nigga ain't tame? Pussy ass bitch, don't try to fucking hide from a nigga like me, cause I need my money. Bitch, don't smile, cause ain't shit funny.
Don't smile, cause ain't shit funny. It is a really quick, fast one, but this is funny. I like this one.
Nigga, I'm a savage. Beat the pussy up, but that's your bitch drop cabbage. Smooth on the pole when she lick the nutsack. She pay a nigga when I bust on a butt crack.
What the fuck?
Prada on the jeans and the shoes Gucci. Fuck your bitch in the mouth.
Slikk hasn't been missing. He has not been missing this project.
The nigga Slikk and inspiration to the young world. The people I paint images with my style and my tongue for. Smoking trees, thinking what do I need lungs for? Fucking with that yayo, thinking what do I need ones for?
What do I need ones for? Okay, it's interesting.
Osmosis infinite, galaxy of opportunities for every incident.
Nice.
Take the good with the bad, but in increments the bad can't hurt you when you're one of God's instruments.
The bad can't hurt you when you're one of God's instruments.
These hoes ain't loyal, they will leave you stuck, man. And be careful who you choose to fuck, man. When you living for the nut, you dying for the same thing.
You're dying for the same thing. That's good.
Soak it up and jumble to the same game.
Ooh. I'm liking the vocals on that.
30 years old. I'm a nigga, I'ma do my thing. Fuck a pole, they can suck my dang along.
I like what they did with the beat there. A few more hits. He's singing for us. Well, he really sung for us there. I liked his deep, like, lyrical thoughts on this as well. You know what I mean? And I also think, like, if you have the lyrics match up with certain vocal hits, like, I feel like it tells the story in certain ways like that. And I think, you know, Slikk does that. And I think he's got a very dope-ass beat hit that carries down at, like, perfect moments, especially on the second half. It gets a little bit harder. Okay, yeah, let's get into this final track.
Bitch, niggas not fall down fast, wise. Stop, look, listen to a pimp when I tell you this. Ain't no black bitches with me cause I'm prejudiced. Nigga, I just need a bitch you got big stacks. Even if she black with a purple ass cat. Louis V sneaks and them Gucci mid tops. Real nigga shit, charge it all to a bitch. Who the fuck is that? Oh shit, it's Ruben fucking Slikk. I'm so hot, nigga, I'm so hot, nigga,
okay.
I'm so hot.
I feel like very early on already, it's working on that chorus again, but very nice vibe. Especially that one piano note that comes in there. I'm vibing in this. Ooh. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting album, I'd say, diving into it, especially too from that one project that I gave a listen to. First reaction was a 1.5, later to be a 5. Here, I'm giving it on first reaction an 8. I'd say one thing that stands out here in comparison to the other project also is just Slikk's performance. I would say he gets a little bit more silly and, you know, vulgar in a sense of not as creative, and pairing inside a fast flow that's constantly kind of hitting with stuff that doesn't stand out in a wrong way. Like, I would say I never fully felt that on this project. Everything felt much more concise and, you know, and knew what was going on. But I'd also say just on a beat experience, all these beats are interesting for their own reasons, and I'd say they rely on different things. They rely on different mixes, they rely on different hardness of that bass, right? There's also vocals that are like pairing with beats on different occasions. Yeah, this is quite cool. So obviously, you know, I'm going to listen to this a few more times, and you know, maybe this will go up, who knows, but I'll let you know when that happens. Alrighty, here we are. I've finished listening to this King Astro Slikk, the Magnificent, this Ruben Slikk debut project a few more times. It's not an 8 anymore. But it's a 7.5. So I still enjoy this album. I still think it's quite a vibe. I think the only reason why I'm dropping it down is when coming back to this, I felt why I enjoy listening to it is less because of a strength of a song, but a strength of the project as a whole, in the sense of its vibeability. But I don't know. Like, I'd want to give it an 8 if I felt like much more stronger specifically about all the songs and, like, you know, pull them out and whatnot. But yeah, Slikk, I'd say he has better bars on here than when I was initially shown. But I'd say what he really proves is he has like a nice flow and nice pairings with beats. That's really what I was being sold on here. And that's why, you know, on a musical aspect, this sounds like pretty fun. But I think there's a way too where there's like a very like stripped back, like sort of R&B like or like funk like sort of vibe that can be found. But I think there's enough always like nice ambient sounds in a mix that make things sound full. So, you know, I do think it's not only Slikk who sells the show here, as compared to like Diaries of a Coke Boss, H-Lord, for instance. But yeah, I'm interested too to see what Slikk has in other projects and whatnot, because this is the only thing I can put up in a sense of understanding him as a rapper and knowing a technical ability that maybe I wasn't really fully seeing beforehand. So I'm supposed to be doing other projects from him, and I will be getting to them, but I know there's many. So, you know, you'll have to file out and see which ones, you know, are the ones that I should be reacting to. But if there's anything else too that you want me to react to, anything at all, just put a comment down below, and thank you for watching. Peace.